They don't walk into your life with fire on their shoulders or thunder in their voice. Libra arrives quietly, gracefully, with a smile so soft you don't realize what's happening until it's too late. They disarm you, they charm you, they make you believe you're safe in their presence. But behind that smile, behind that charm, lies a mind sharper than a blade, and a heart that weighs everything like gold on a scale. And that is why Libra is one of the most dangerous signs of the zodiac. Dangerous not because they seek destruction, but because they see balance where others see chaos. They see truth where others hide in illusions. They can cut through the noise of conflict and reveal what no one else dares to say. And in a world that thrives on extremes, someone who holds the power of balance holds more power than anyone realizes. Libra is ruled by Venus, the planet of love, beauty, and connection. And you can feel it in their presence. They know how to put you at ease, how to listen, how to mirror back to you the parts of yourself you've forgotten. They know how to turn conversations into music, how to transform silence into harmony. But don't mistake this softness for weakness. Libra's charm is their weapon. Their grace is their strategy. They don't fight with fists. They fight with clarity, with persuasion, with the kind of logic that makes you question everything you thought was certain. Spend even a little time with Libra, and you'll notice they see all sides. You may be convinced you're right, but Libra will gently ask the question that unravels your certainty. They don't need to shout. They don't need to argue. They simply tilt the scale, and suddenly you're not so sure anymore. That's their danger, their ability to destabilize illusions, to expose contradictions, to remind you that truth is rarely one-sided. Their presence is intoxicating. They are social magnetic captivating. People are drawn to them not just because of how they look, but because of how they make others feel. With Libra, you feel seen, you feel important, you feel balanced. But here lies the risk in their pursuit of harmony. They can mirror you so perfectly that you forget who they are. You fall in love with the reflection they offer, and when they finally reveal their true self, you realize you've been looking at a mirror, not a window. Libra's love is a masterpiece. When they love you, they create a world of beauty around you. They elevate you. They celebrate you. They make you believe in love as art, as music, as something sacred. But their love is also demanding in its own way. They cannot stand imbalance. They cannot stand dishonesty. They cannot stand being taken for granted. And when those scales tip too far, when the harmony breaks, Libra will do something most people never expect. They will walk away. Quietly, firmly, decisively. And once they're gone, you'll understand just how dangerous silence can be. People misunderstand Libra. They call them indecisive, when really they are calculating. They call them superficial, when really they are seeking harmony in a chaotic world. They call them avoidant, when really they are protecting peace like it is oxygen. Libra knows what few people want to admit, that life is not about always being right, but about creating balance that allows everyone to breathe. That awareness is their power. That power is their danger. Libra's weapon is their mind. They analyze, they weigh, they measure. They can see patterns others ignore, connections others miss. Their intelligence is subtle. It hides behind laughter, behind beauty, behind grace. But when they choose to use it, it cuts sharper than steel. They can end arguments without raising their voice. They can dismantle lies with one sentence. They can expose injustice with such clarity that no one dares to challenge them. But Libra has a shadow too. In their pursuit of balance, they can lose themselves. They can give too much bend, too far silence their own needs just to keep the peace. They can become so consumed with harmony that they forget chaos is sometimes necessary. Their danger is not only to others, it is to themselves. Because when they forget their own voice, when they forget their own worth, they can vanish inside the very balance they create. Yet even in their shadows, Libra carries beauty, because their gift is not in being perfect. It is in reminding the world of fairness, of justice, of the possibility of peace. They are the ones who step into conflict not to win, but to heal. The ones who hold the mirror when everyone else is blind. The ones who remind us that love is not about domination, but about partnership. And in a world drowning in extremes, that reminder is both healing and dangerous. If you are Libra, you know this. You know how heavy it feels to always see both sides. You know the ache of being pulled in two directions, of wanting to please, of wanting to protect, of wanting to create peace even when your own heart is at war. You know how people mistake your grace for weakness, your softness for fragility, when in truth it takes more strength to balance than to break. You carry the weight of scales inside you, and that weight is both your burden and your crown. And if you are not Libra now, you see why they are both loved and feared. Because when Libra enters your life, they bring harmony you didn't know you needed. They challenge you to see beyond yourself. They force you to face truths you've avoided. They remind you that peace is not passive. It is an act of courage, of choice, of power. And once you've been balanced by Libra, you will never accept imbalance again. So yes, Libra is dangerous. They are dangerous because they charm too effortlessly, persuade too gracefully, see too clearly. They are dangerous because they refuse to live in illusions, because they bring justice where others turn away, because they demand harmony in a world addicted to chaos. Libra is the balance that breaks an illusion, the smile that hides the blade, the peace that feels like power. And once you've felt their presence, you will never again look at truth or at yourself the same way. And maybe that's Libra's real danger. Not the charm, not the smile, not even the way they hold the scales so steadily in their hands. The true danger is how they change the way you define peace. They show you that peace is not silence, not avoidance, not pretending everything is fine. Real peace is earned, built, protected, and once you've tasted that kind of balance, you will never again settle for half-truths or shallow harmony. Because Libra teaches you to see, to look past the noise, to notice the subtleties, to question what you once accepted. They teach you that beauty is not surface, it's symmetry, fairness, truth. And once you've lived in their world of balance, the chaos outside feels unbearable. If you are Libra, honor this gift. Your scales are not weakness, they are strength. Your softness is not fragility, it is resilience. Your need for balance is not indecision. It is wisdom in disguise. Do not let the world shame you for seeking fairness. It takes courage to weigh both sides, to hold contradictions, to stand for peace in a world that profits from division. You are the reminder that justice is still possible. You are the proof that harmony is worth fighting for. And if you are not Libra, ask yourself, has a Libra ever disarmed you with their smile? Have they ever made you question yourself with just one quiet sentence? Have they ever left your life so silently that the absence itself became louder than words? If so, you know their power, you felt their danger, and you will not forget it. So share your story. Tell me, how has Libra touched your life? Did they bring balance? Did they challenge you? Did they change the way you see love, truth, or peace? I'd love to hear it in the comments. And if this resonated with you, don't forget to subscribe, because every zodiac sign carries its own secret power, its own hidden danger. This was Libra, and the journey through the zodiac is far from over.